So some of the projects that we'll be doing in the 2020-2021 school year, the first that comes to mind is the ecological cookbook. So as a class, we'll be creating an ecological cookbook that's filled with sustainable recipes that work to limit our food footprint. And this project would consist of 2 parts. For the first part, you'll be tasked with choosing a certain cooking herb, such as basil or rosemary or thyme. You're going to be given a few seeds of that herb, and then you're going to have to figure out how to grow it. Eventually, you'll harvest your crop, and you will use that herb in your recipe. Through this project, we'll be exploring traditional versus hydroponic farming techniques. So our second project in Jasper GSI would be the art of climate change, which asks the question, how can we use art and science to address this huge problem of climate change? So you'll be asked to create an art installation or an art piece of your choice. It could be something that you build, it could be a piece of digital art, it could be a craft, it could be a performance, to bring awareness to the problem of climate change. So these installations will be built and they'll be placed around the school alongside a QR code that will link viewers to a class website where you explain what you were trying to convey with your installation. And it will also explain the science behind climate change that relates directly to your art piece. A third project that we'll be doing in Jasper GSI is sustainable and toxin-free candle making. So many of the candles that we use today can be full of harmful toxins, and the ingredients they're made of can destroy the environment. You'll be asked to design and create a candle that is made of sustainably sourced and safe ingredients. Your candles will be presented to a local store that's called FD Designs, whose owner will decide on the best candle that will then be sold in their store. In Mr. Geist's class, you will design the look, smell, and packaging of the candle, while in GSI you will focus on choosing what ingredients you'll use to make the candles sustainable and toxin-free. You'll also be asked to create a logo and a packaging to go around your candle that will contain an excerpt that will describe what makes your candle sustainable and how your ingredient choices are non-toxic and safe for use. So our final project will be designing a pollinator garden to attract pollinators such as bees or butterflies, either to our outdoor classroom or to our bee boxes, which is where your 3D honeycomb designs from Mr. Geist's class will be used. While you're designing your garden, you'll have to combine art and science to create a garden of native plants that are not only good and safe for the environment, but ones that pollinators will be attracted to. You'll also have to consider how to make the garden aesthetically pleasing. Your designs will be presented to stakeholders who will choose which designs will be planted either near our bee boxes or in our outdoor classroom.